Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. And today, guys, in the middle of the World Cup, breaking news, big stories, always something to tell you. And so we jump into it together. And let me start today with the Bamba of the recent minutes, because Tottenham Hotspur have agreed a deal to sign Sandro Tonali. And it's here we go. I'm happy for my community here on YouTube, because many times I saw you were coming here to ask what's happening with Toanali, why you didn't pin the post on Twitter, on X anymore. So many questions about the Toanali situation over the last few weeks. Since that day, it was 15th of June, out of nowhere, Tottenham exclusive. Tottenham go all in for Sandro Tonali. Enter the race for Sandro Tonali. Tottenham want Sandro Tonali. I never came here telling you Man City hijack, telling you Arsenal interest, telling you Tonali doesn't want to go to Tottenham. Many people said Tonali prefers to go to Arsenal, Tonali prefers to go to Manchester City. Sandro Tonali preference was clear since that day. On that day, June 15, when I told you the news, when I broke the story, Sandro Tonali made clear to Tottenham Hotspur, and especially to Roberto De Zerbi, because he deserves a special mention. Sandro Tonali told Roberto De Zerbi, I want to join Tottenham. I'm ready to join Tottenham. Despite the interest of more clubs, Tonali was keen on joining Roberto De Zerbi, trusting how good is the manager. Sandro Tonali was also very keen on the project for the long term. It's been a difficult season, the last one, a terrible season for Tottenham, but the future can be bright. Tonali is convinced about that. And so, going all in for this move. Tonali agreed terms on that day, 15th of June, with Tottenham, and the negotiation took 2 weeks, but now the agreement is done. Record deal for Tottenham Hotspur. Again, 2 days ago, I came here and I told you, record deal for Mateus Fernandes. Now, after 48 hours, again, record deal for Tottenham, because Mateus Fernandes was 85 million pounds. For Sandro Tonali is 92.5 plus 7.5 in add-ons, so 100 million pounds. Total package for Sandro Tonali to Tottenham. The most expensive Italian player in the history of the game. So, Sandro Tonali to Tottenham is done, and now it's going to be time for the medical and the contract signing. Newcastle accept the proposal, and so everything has been completed. Also important to mention that Tottenham have now spent 185 million pounds on 2 midfielders in 48 hours. So after signing new second goalkeeper, Dubravka, after signing Robertson and Senesi on a free, Tottenham go all in on different positions, and the deal is done for Sandro Tonali. The deal is also done for Mateus Fernandes, who completed the medical today in London. So Mateus is a new Tottenham player for 85 million pounds. So historical start of the window by Tottenham Hotspur. I think this is the best answer. When you ask me, when is the market opening? I always say this is probably the most pointless question ever, because imagine that officially the transfer window is not opened yet, but Tottenham already spent this money on these players. And so, Mateus Fernandes medical done, Tonali joining. Huge signing. Talking about Tottenham, another exclusive story. Another story out of nowhere today. Exclusive. Vuskovic leaves Tottenham and joins Brighton. It's a here we go. It's done. It's completed. It's a done deal between the clubs for a transfer fee worth 46 million pounds plus 4 in add-ons. 20% sell-on clause to Tottenham, and also matching rights. So Tottenham will have the possibility to match this any offer in the future for Vuskovic, but the final say will be still with the player. And the player has already agreed terms with Brighton. He wanted to go to Brighton to play on regular basis, not just as a backup. And Tottenham have many defenders. Vanecke joined. I forgot to mention him among the signings. Also Jean-Paul Vanecke, but also Marcos Senesi joining this summer. Then there is Van de Ven, there is Romero still at the club. Romero could leave. So many movements in this sense, but Vuskovic goes, leaves, and money for Tottenham. Another exclusive news of the day, Archie Gray from Tottenham, during the conversations, Tottenham-Newcastle, in a separate conversation, Newcastle made an official approach for Archie Gray. Tottenham rejected. Tottenham said they don't want to sell the player. Let's see if Newcastle decide to return, because they have now big money in the bank after Anthony Gordon, also from Sandro Tonali. That guy is worth mentioning also a managerial story. That's also very unexpected, because I was tweeting around lunchtime, also in this case, out of nowhere, Vitor Pereira leaves Nottingham Forest. No one expected. After 1 hour, no one was confirming. Maybe someone was ready to deny. But the reality is that last night, 1 minute before the expiry of the break clause into the contract of Vitor Pereira at Nottingham Forest owner Marinakis communicated to Vitor Pereira, you are out, you are sacked. So it's over. Between Vitor Pereira and Nottingham Forest, the new coach will be Oliver Glasner. Agreement done, 3-year contract. The Austrian manager leaves Crystal Palace. He was in conversation with AC Milan. He left Palace some time ago and now ready for a new chapter at Nottingham Forest. He will have also some space on the market. That's going to be important because Glasner will have a say in the signings at Nottingham Forest. At least this is the agreement between them. And so good luck to Oliver Glasner, ready for a new chapter at Nottingham Forest. Done deal also this, waiting for an official announcement to follow. And then guys, we have to finish with Julián Álvarez, because it's been also an important day on the Julián Álvarez front, because for the first time this summer in public, the president of Barcelona, Juan Laporta, goes to the press and speaks about Julián. After Julián saying, I want to leave, let me go, let me fulfill my dream, Laporta says, Julián Álvarez wants to come to Barcelona. Julián Álvarez wanted to come to Barcelona already when he was at Manchester City. We made a bid, Laporta said, but Atletico Madrid communicated to me, we had a direct discussion with their officials. They told me that they don't want to sell because they don't have an alternative. That's what Laporta said. So he said, if they find an alternative, our offer is still there. Our offer is still firm. We want Julián Álvarez. If they don't have an alternative, we are still hoping to find a solution. So Laporta wants to go for Julián Álvarez. There were no doubts. I always told you that the player had an agreement with Barcelona, and it's now confirmed by the president. The real point is the club-to-club agreement. At the moment, there is no breakthrough. The deal is still complicated between the two clubs. And it's curious that on the same day, the president of Barcelona, Juan Laporta, goes, speaks to the press. He said many things about the Atletico Madrid tweets, about the situation between the two clubs, about several stories. So he was commenting on everything about this Julián Álvarez saga. On the same day, a few minutes before, the president of Atletico Madrid, Enrique Cerezo, said, we didn't receive any offer, so the opposite of Juan Laporta, and he also said, we have no intention to sell the player. Even if we receive proposals, we want to keep Julián Álvarez. He's not going to leave the club this summer. So you can see the battle is still there with Laporta, Cerezo, Miguel Angel Gil, also Matteo Alemany, Deco, all the people involved, all the officials involved, the directors, presidents, and then the player, Julián Álvarez, who wants to go to Barcelona. So there is going to be obviously an important discussion at this stage, because Julián Álvarez will still insist with the club. He will try to go, he will try to find a solution with Atletico Madrid, but at the moment, from Atleti, the message is very clear. They don't want Julián Álvarez to go. Laporta doesn't want to give up, so I feel there is still more to say in this crazy saga for Julián Álvarez, now becoming public official by Julián Álvarez and also by the president, Juan Laporta, who speaks about the deal for the very first time. On this and much more, guys, let me know your opinion here in the comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel every day, even during the World Cup, always updating you on the transfer window. See you soon. Thank you. Ciao.